Hello and welcome. As I promised earlier, I'm gonna make a video for the to address VACLs or VLAN access list. So VLAN access lists basically are a type of access lists that are applied to a VLAN. Okay, so to create a VLAN access list, we actually first we need to define the access list, extended access lists, and then we create VLAN access map that actually take an action to match certain traffic, okay, that actually matches an access list and then either forward or drop action. For the VLAN access list, actually, if there is a match statement without any action, the traffic will be forwarded by default. If there is a match, but the traffic doesn't match the match clauses in the VLAN access map, traffic will be dropped. Okay. So actually, as you can see here on the diagram, I have the same topology to distribution layer switches and to access layer switches, as you can see here. So actually, the task is to configure VLAN access map on the DLS2 distribution layer switch. And we need actually to configure a VACL on the DLS2 for VLAN 200 that performs the following. Okay, first we need to permit all known IP traffic. So all the traffic that is not an IP traffic like OSPF, AGRP, and so on need to be permitted, right? The second thing is we need to deny all the UDP traffic. So all the traffic, IP traffic that is using UDP for the transport layer, it needs to be denied. The third step is to permit all TCP traffic. The fourth is to permit ICMP traffic, the ping, traceroute, and so on. And the number 5 is to deny all other traffic. Okay, so the question, the task is a little bit tricky, right? Thinking about it, if we will permit all known IP traffic, how we can do that, right? We can actually permit, we can permit IP traffic. So permitting IP traffic, and then the rest of the traffic will be dropped. But then we have number 2, we need to actually deny the UDP traffic, which fall down into the IP traffic, right? So it's kind of tricky, right? But if we think about the VACLs, I mentioned that actually the VACL, if actually you have a match clause, if you have a match clause, and that match actually didn't specify an action, either forward or deny, the traffic will be forwarded, right? And if you have a match, but the packet doesn't match any clause in the access map or VLAN access map, the packet is going to be dropped. So what we're going to do, we're going to do it as follows on the DLS2. Okay, I'm going to go to global config mode, and then I'm going to actually create an access list, and this access list is going to permit the TCP, right? Permit the TCP traffic. Of course, extended. I'm going to say allow and allow TCP, right? Here we go. And what we're going to do, permit, TCP any, TCP coming from anywhere, going to anywhere, right? Here we go. And next access list extended, and then what we're going to do, we're going to allow the ICMP traffic, and permit all ICMP from anywhere going to anywhere, right? And after that, I'm going to actually create a VLAN access map by saying VLAN access map, and let's name it VLAN 200, because we're going to actually apply it to VLAN 200, and filter, let's give it a name. And then the first VLAN access map we'll give it a sequence number 10. Okay, let's start with sequence number 10. And here we go. So the first thing what we need to do, we need to permit, okay? We need to match, okay? So as you can see here, if we will hit the question mark, you can actually specify an action under the access map, Vlan Access Map, or actually you can match the traffic first, match IP address, okay? And the IP address was allow TCP, right? Here we go. And then what we want to do with that, we want to forward, okay, this action forward. I forgot to create an action, and action need to be forwarded. So we're forwarding all TCP traffic, okay, that matches the access list that we created earlier. So traffic, TCP traffic going from anywhere will be forwarded. And we need to exit, okay, and then we are going to create the second Vlan Access Map with sequence number 20, the same name, okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to match, okay, the IP, going to match the IP address, and the IP address actually was allow ICMP, I think. So yes, allow ICMP, and then the action will be to forward that traffic, okay, and exit. The question is this enough, okay, to actually perform those the task that that we talked about earlier? So what we're going to do, or what we have done earlier, I should say, we actually permit the ICMP traffic, right? So ICMP traffic is permitted, okay? Then the TCP traffic is permitted, okay? We have the TCP traffic is permitted. So this TCP traffic is a type of IP, right? So other traffic other than TCP will be denied, including UDP. So it's kind of, we did actually the deny of UDP traffic by the second statement, right? And then we denies all other traffic also by second statement, because all the other traffic that's actually an IP traffic will be, okay, will be denied. But the all known IP traffic, okay, because we don't have a match, okay, so it will the other traffic, actually known IP traffic, will be forwarded. And by doing that, we actually meet all the requirements, okay, of this task. Actually, the question is tricky, but if you think about it, okay, a little bit deeper, you would find out how to do a VACL or VLAN access map. After creating a VLAN access map, what we need to do, Vlan Filter, okay, and we need to give it a name of the Vlan Access Map, which is actually Vlan 200 filter. I'm going to copy and paste right there. And after that, it's asking me about a VLAN list, and what VLAN actually we need to apply the access list to is Vlan 200. And here we go. Okay, do show IP access list, as you can see here. So we created two access lists, one that permits all the ICMP traffic, and the second one is to permit all TCP traffic, right? Coming from any source, going to anywhere, right? And then actually we create a VLAN access map. Do show a VLAN actually access, and let's ask for the map or VLAN access map. And here we go. As you can see, the VLAN access map, we have actually two match clauses, one for the TCP traffic and the action is forward, and one for ICMP traffic and the action is forwarded. So known IP traffic will be permitted, and the UDP traffic and other IP traffic will be denied, because we specify actually the permit just TCP, which is actually falls down into the IP traffic, right? So that's how to create a VLAN access map. Okay, I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you.